and all to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for our premium spirits review of Knappogue Castle Single Malt Irish Whiskey. Let's try that again. Damn it. Let me read the front of it. Triple distilled bourbon cask. Oh my God. Oh my God, Tony.
Yep, now you know why I wanted it.
Welcome, one and all, to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for another premium spirits review of Knappogue Castle 12 years single malt Irish whiskey bourbon cask aged. I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, Phil KOE, joined by my indomitable broadcast partner,
the thirsty Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe, folks.
I've been looking forward to this ever since you made me aware of it.
Yeah, this is another one that I came across probably about a year ago that somebody had recommended in the single malt line, and it looked just intriguing in name and appearance. So I had to get it. We found it in Houston, and we brought it home.
I get it. Knappogue is Knappogue. It's Gaelic for Hill of the Kiss. So
there we have it.
That's where that comes from, which is cool. A limited release too. So
hey,
glad you grabbed this up. Bourbon cask matured too.
This is a 12-year-old.
Yes.
Brown spirit, folks, just like we like it.
Let's see. Knappogue Castle 12-year-old is an exceptional single malt Irish whiskey made exclusively from malted barley. Ooh, the finest of the barleys. It is triple distilled in copper pot stills and then aged in the finest bourbon oak casks for 12 years. Ooh.
This sounds like it's going to be pretty complex for a single malt.
My father, Mark Edwin Andrews, started bottling Knappogue Castle single malts in Ireland when everyone else was bottling blends. In 1950, his 1951 vintage, aged 36 years, is one of the oldest and rarest whiskeys in the world, rarest Irish whiskeys in the world. Now, this bottle just added something to our bucket list. Come on, Knappogue, come on.
It's not fair.
But it isn't. I love single malts. Usually that's from Scotch. But this is a single malt Irish whiskey, which I'm really curious about.
There's the coloring.
Yeah,
that is a nice, clear but brown coloration. I like that a lot. Yeah. Not too light, not too dark.
And I'm
right
guessing
in the middle.
12 years in a bourbon cask. I don't think they had to add much, if any, distillers caramels.
No.
So this one they got idiot proofed. Do you want to do the great desealing, sir?
I suppose. If I'm actually not an idiot, we will find out in a second. There it is.
Well,
I just trimmed my.
I might have given you too much credit there.
I trimmed my fingernails. Fuck off. Just today.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at
Winky face.
Look at him. Good looking cork too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're in for a treat.
Knappogue Castle single malt Irish whiskey. That's normally something reserved for Scotch.
Delicately.
Elegantly. Oh, perfect amount, sir. Perfect. Oh, wow.
Oh, you have the cork.
Delicate sweetness to the nose.
Oh, very. Oh, my God. You can actually taste the smell. Oh, yeah. That is going to be a very... Very
like you always say, you always want to avoid saying honey, but you can't help it when it hits you.
You can't ignore it here. That is a honey sweetness.
Yeah, that is just sweet. There's no.
I don't smell oakiness at all.
Which is for 12 years in a bourbon barrel.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a fruity honey. Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Hints of floral.
I'm ready. Oh my God.
Wow, that is smooth.
That's too smooth. That's like drinking. Oh.
There's a little burn on the back end, but
It's not a burn. It's a delayed aftertaste. That's actually
you get the oak there.
you get the oak, but it's a minty oakness. It's a cooling.
I'm not getting as much minty now. Maybe it's because we have been drinking some very minty stuff, like Macallan 12 and such.
The red breast was incredibly minty.
Yes,
but on the back end of that taste,
I'm not getting as much. I'm just getting the sweetness. So if you're somebody that's not into the mintiness in your whiskeys or scotches, this one would probably be better for me.
Oh my goodness!
Oh man, my nose is great.
Sweet, tender, hints of fruitiness.
Go back to the nose and tell me you don't smell lavender.
And it takes a few seconds, and then bam, there it is.
Specifically that one in the floral.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Absolutely. The floralness, yeah.
Like that's this. I was trying to pick one flower and lavender. That stood out to me. Wow, this is a good whiskey for people who hate whiskey. Even.
Yeah, that's about the best description you can give.
And this is 43% alcohol by volume, and there's no bite, burn, ouch, or why in there.
That's so clean. It doesn't even.
But this is up there with Crown XR clean, Crown XR smooth.
Yeah.
Different flavor profile entirely. Because this is single malt and Crown XR is still a blend. So this is
absolutely
to pull this off with a single malt Irish whiskey, which is not known in the world. Aged in a bourbon barrel, which gives it that special sweetness, in my opinion.
About 5 seconds after you swallow it, that's where you get the slight tingle, a cooling tingle in the back of your mouth.
Like, tell me if I'm wrong on this. This is kind of like that Cardew aged in a bourbon barrel with a hint of sweetness to it. Because Cardew's the most silky, sweet, like silkiest of the single malts we've tried.
This is the silkiest thing I've ever tasted.
This is yes. So this one, Tony, where there's going to be 4 different metrics in which we graded this: single malt, Irish whiskey, brown spirits, and what shelf. In terms of single malt, which normally is reserved for Scotch, but if you go to the effort of putting out a single malt, we will grade you on single malt.
Wow.
This is going to be tough.
For a single malt?
Yeah.
5 stars. That's
a 5-star single malt.
Wow. That is so crisp, so clean, so cool, so mellow. Oh wow, that's beyond impressive as far as
single malt, because I'm more of a Scotch snob. Let's be honest. 4.75. Still a damn fine single malt there, Knappogue. We raise our glass to you, ladies and gentlemen of the Knappogue Distillery, for your tremendous single malt offering here.
That's insanely good.
Now, for Irish whiskey, I think I know what we're both going to say here. Go ahead, though.
I'm going to say 4.5.
4.5.
Yes.
In terms of Irish whiskey, it would be a 5-star Irish whiskey, except, for the purists amongst those in the world of Irish whiskey, the bourbon cask maturation, I could see turning them off a little bit, but damn fine whiskey. I'm giving, as you, 4.5.
I think it's because with an Irish that I'm so accustomed to, you expect a level of harshness, and it's nowhere to be found here.
Yeah.
It's just not there.
I'm literally, if you're looking for a whiskey that's smooth like Crown Royal XR, but not nearly the cost, and it's going to have a different flavor profile. Wow. Knappogue Castle 12-year bourbon aged. Brown spirits, sir.
And that is a 4.75 on brown because the color looks great, the smell is pleasant, and the taste is so clean. 4.75.
I'm going to give it 4.5 for brown spirits. Damn fine whiskey. Damn fine for any occasion. Like, you could do a lot with this. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend cocktailing it, but you definitely could. Like, if you wanted to cocktail this, this with on ice with Coke, or this with any kind of complicated whiskey cocktails would be marvelous. But the whiskey's so good, I would encourage you to drink it neat. But Tony, do you know what the proper way to drink whiskey is? The way the customer wants it. So any way they want their whiskey is how they get. Knappogue Castle is an excellent choice. Now, granted, a lot of manufacturers would prefer you not, or distillers, I should say, would prefer you not cocktail their age statemented whiskeys, but this one would. This is diverse. This can do a lot. It can stand alone, and it could be on the rocks. It could be mixed in just about anything. Yeah. What did this cost you?
Oh, goodness. This was I want to say this was about 50 to 60, somewhere in there. I actually forget off the top of my head.
So this is a decent top end.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
It's a rare release.
I want to say about 50. I think I got a pretty good price on it.
You got a limited release too. Rotten, no good scoundrel. Is there any dispute? Where would you put this? This is a top shelf for me. Unless my top shelf is too full, this is a top shelf Irish whiskey.
For me,
honestly,
as a serving, I would not even put this over 2 ice cubes. One of them.
Again, wash me in your judgment here, Internet. I like that better than Jameson 18. I know.
You're not fair because of the nose. We will revisit.
Oh, yeah, we will revisit that, but, but hey, what Irish distillery doesn't like hearing that kind of compliment, okay? I liked this better. Tony, on the other hand, thinks the Jameson 18 is basically the ambrosia nectar of the gods blessed down upon us. But, hey, that's what this podcast is for, amongst sharing our love of wrestling with you. It's our love of spirits and our exploration into its world. So,
well, this was a good find, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. Knappogue Castle. This is only the beginning. Can't wait to find another exquisite bottle of this, because this is only an intro into it. I can only assume it's a fantastic
This is just the beginning, folks. So, as I am prone to say here at the RWP, all that being said, folks, this was our review of Knappogue Castle.
Marvelous.
Bourbon cask matured, single malt Irish whiskey aged for 12 years in an American bourbon cask. So even though you're a lover of Irish whiskeys, still a red-blooded American, and this is a good way to split that difference. You're still supporting American oak lumber and the local oak lumber industry. There we go. Third time's a charm.
You got there.
This is a damn fine spirit, no matter how you want to arrive there.
That's excellent.
I'm definitely recommending this one. This is a recommend.
Anytime anybody asks me about a Scotch or an Irish or a brown spirit in general, I'm basically going to say,
Knappogue Castle.
If you want something smooth, this is a bottle you're going to want to look at, because that is just clean. I can't go away from the word clean.
Yep.
Mm.
When we do a second take on this in the coming weeks, months, years, I think this one, pretty much just on the rocks, would be our second take.
I would go 1 ice cube, no more.
I'd go 1 big ice cube. But we'll see how it goes. Folks, I am the very intrigued King of Stream, Phil KOE, signing off and handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner,
the spent Tony G. Thanks for joining us.